Hello, how we doing, guys? Dang, it's still loud. The microphone is behind the computer this time. That's what's weird. But fun thing. I mean, we'll see how loud it gets. As the battle goes on and whatnot. Uh, Let me also mute that, by the way, so it doesn't double up, because I think it's going to capture both. So we are in semifinals. We are battling a rematch of Brendan and the Vegas Golden Corviknights. Winner represents the Shield Division in the IBL for the final season. Last time we battled him, I'll have a link in the iCard and whatnot about it. Last time we lost on priority. This time, trying something new. I'll show you guys a team real quick. Oop, not there. Lot of returning mons from last time. Bringing Alakazam again. Bringing Venusaur again. This is the new one. This is the new one right here. I'm bringing Heavy Duty Boots, Hindenburg, the Drift Blend. It's got Aftermath, Bold Nature, Max HP, a little bit of defense, a little bit of special defense in there. And it's basically all support. Strength Sap to lower attack, Will-O-Wisp to burn, Stockpile to get a little extra bulk, and then Shadow Ball. Then Wolfie, we can finally bring the Wolf, the real Dracovish I want to bring. I don't have a Sandstorm setter, but it really don't matter. Bringing Ghost Memory Varion. Ghost Memory with the Rock Slide, the Fire Fang, all the tech and whatnot. And then Energy Ball, I'm leading with this Vikavolt. If he leads with the Lycan Rock again, I have Focus Sash on. I'll take the hit, and then I will be able to knock it out with one hit. So, yes, we're going to register Team 3. I mean, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. It's... Oop. It was already set on land mode. Okay. Battle on land mode. 152. Research. Yeah, you can cancel, you dang robot. Alright. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. I mean, like I said, if I win, fantastic. And, I get to play for the championship. If I lose, I lose. Alright, we got him. Press A. Starting to think the batteries are going out on this. Okay, he brings roughly the same... I think he brought the same 6, actually. So, Gengar, G-Max, Lapras, Komao, Lycanroc, Midday. We have to keep that in mind. Skarmory and Grimmsnarl. So we're going to lead with the Vikavolt. And we're going to see what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Semi-final matchup is going to start whenever he is ready. Going to message him as well. Good luck, have fun, bro. And let's do it. Semifinals begin now. And, ooh, that... Well, I mean, I got the volume maxed on my computer, but it's probably, normal on this. I honestly don't know. I mean, I have it at negative 18.3 on OBS. He leads with the Como, actually. Let's see here real quick. Bug Buzz does that much. Let's see. Goes for DD. I think I'll just go for the websuit just to get it set up. Let's see what he goes for here. Goes for Drain Punch, actually. Does a lot more than I thought. Oh, it's Life Orb. Okay. Life Orb, Dragon Dance, Coma. How much does this thing do to... it's not worth it. Let me go into Varion here. Let me see what happens here. If I can bait out a... Oh, got me with a scale shot. Well, that was a bad play. Yeah, that was a bad play. Ouch, that was a bad play. I think I'll just go into Venusaur here and Max. Do Venusaur G Max. It's maxed. It's +1, and it's -2. I think I'll just go for the Wormwood and see if I could... We'll see what happens here. Yikes, that did a lot. Alright, but at least I got rid of that thing. Skarmory. How much is that doing to me? No. He's probably gonna go for like D5 or something, maybe. The fact that I'm faster is shocking. Yep, he did go for D5, makes sense. So I think I'll just go for a Vine Lash again. Because I know he's going to roost. Alright, then... 40% give or take. I honestly don't need Venusaur anymore. Alright, Skarmory is going to get a KO. Now, will the residual damage knock it out? It does. So it's an indirect kill. Okay. Let me see something real quick. We'll just go Scarf there and change it to Muscle Band. Okay, so I still knock it out regardless if you were to go with that. So let me... Lincoln Log? It says I survive, but we'll see. It says 86% at max. Oh, it just switches. Lapras. Makes sense. Water Absorb. How much am I doing to it? Lapras... All out attacker. It's gonna have freeze dry naturally. 43% not worth it. I think I'll just go into Lucica here. Take whatever hit. The freeze dry does 69%. And he gets the freeze. Could really use a thaw here. Nope. Body Slam. And Ice Shard. Of all the things... Got the free. Hey, I know. I got lucky a long time ago in the Shiva League with fruit. So If this thing isn't Assault Vest, he withdraws, goes into Grimmsnarl. I do about... How much is that doing to me? We'll just say that. %. Okay, I lose a special attack. Oh, so close. I should have went for the sticky webs. Yep, should have went for the webs. Ew. Who's faster here? Grim. I am, by leaps and bounds. So let me go for Rock Slide, try to bait the switch. Actually goes for T-Wave. Ah, of course I did. And Spirit Breaker is going to come out here. Alright, at least I got a KO there. Alright, Dracovish. So he's got Gengar, Lycanroc, and I think that's it. Oh, and Lapras. Might as well just take the loss while we can. Okay. Now how much is this doing to it? Two freezes. Boy, the RNG is on my side today. I'm gonna lose on freeze. That's how I'm gonna lose on freeze. Alright, Ice Shard comes out, it'll knock me out. Yep. Wow. Yep, that's what happens. Alright, so you survived. You survived. It happens. I mean, hey, I'm not mad about that. Like that. Hey, freezes happen. You gotta watch out for freezing. That's why that status condition is massively broken. But these things happen. So, you know, losing the semifinals, it's all good. Props to Brandon. He had good tech. Just go from there, I guess. So, thank you guys for supporting the Talonflames in the IBL. Unfortunately, this season is the last season of it. Just gonna go from there. So let me try and see if I can get Brandon on a call like I did with Incog, and just discuss the game and stuff like that. If not, you guys will see the usual look at the videos and stuff like that, or you'll see a post game. So until then, guys, peace out. And we're back, guys, with the post-game press conference here. The Talonflames season ended in the IBL in the semifinals. You guys saw last week we did have a very close match against Incog. This week, it honestly could have gone either way, but we are thrilled to have the victor joining us right now for the Shield Division. He is the official Shield Division champion in the final season of IBL. It's Brendan of the Vegas Golden Corviknights. Brendan, how you doing, bro?
I don't know. I'm just like I'm too giddy for words right now. I've never, for those of you who don't know and haven't followed my channel, this is my first time ever making a final game. In 5 years of playing this format. Let me be the first to say congratulations to you on that, bro, because you definitely played. You definitely played well. That's for damn sure. Again, I could easily pull the freeze card or whatever, but again, that's just being cheap or whatever. I appreciate that. I know I feel like a scumbag for those double freezes, but I just do. I feel terrible, but it's just the game we play.
Yeah, it's just the way the game ran. I decided to bring Driftland this time just to have a little extra tech against you. That's what my plan was. It was to bring him because he didn't see Driftland last time. I was like, okay, let me use Driftland. Let me see if that'll work, because the Driftland that I ran, and I kid you not, this is the Driftland set I ran. Max HP, Bold Nature, 164 defense, 92 special defense, Stockpile, Strength Sap, Will-O-Wisp, and Shadow Ball.
So, I will admit, the Alakazam freeze I don't think mattered depending on your set. The Driftblim freeze, however, mattered so much. Yeah,
the Driftblim, because especially the fact that I was starting to set up and everything, so it was. And I knew when you brought out Skarmory, I was like, okay, it's very simple what he's going to do here. When I had Venusaur out, he's going to take that first turn, and he's going to defog, so he gets rid of the sticky web, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Then he's going to Roost, and I'm like, I wonder how much Frenzy Plant's going to do to it. And I'm like, it's saying about 31%. And then I was like, okay, let me sack Venusaur. He'll take the Brave Bird, take the recoil damage, and then fingers crossed that the residual damage would be enough to take it out.
Yeah. So I wasn't expecting Frenzy Plant at all. I was I don't know what I was expecting. I was like, why did that Vine Lash do so much damage? So I don't know. I just didn't know what move you could have possibly been. But I actually went for Brave Bird on that turn plant, predicting you to go Vikavolt.
Yeah.
I predicted you to go Vikavolt because I thought you would predict my Roost and want to get Web back up. So I went for Brave Bird instead of Roost. And turned out to be the right play in the end. But
yeah, and then the Spirit Break on Grimmsnarl was definitely a nice one. T-Wave, I kind of anticipated, some prankster in a sense, but I was expecting more like a Sucker Punch or maybe Screens or something like that. But Spirit Break definitely worth it, considering the fact that my team was predominantly special attack oriented. So whatever way to lower the special attack, and then Nessie. I was like, this Lapras, it's either going to be Assault that, because I knew it wasn't like a choice spec or something like that, because you were using multiple moves, so it's like you weren't choice. So I was like, that thing has got to be Assault Vest. I would think. I'd be shocked if it wasn't Assault Vest.
What Pokemon again? Sorry, I'm just getting loads of DMs of congratulations right now.
Oh, okay. Lapras.
Lapras was indeed Assault Vest.
Yeah, Lapras was
like
Assault.
Last time.
Oh, right. Because Alakazam needed 3 energy balls.
Exactly. So the reason I actually made a change to my set so I could combat Alakazam, and I know you noticed the change. I took Thunderbolt off in favor of Body Slam. So the reason I put Body Slam on there is because I knew it did a lot more damage.
Especially on
Alakazam.
Especially on something with such pathetic defense, like physical defense. And then also the sassy nature to even maximize the Assault Vest boost even further with the 252 in special defense. So that's 161 plus Assault Vest. That's probably like 240 something maybe, give or take, 240.
Yeah, something like that. Did you have Nasty Plot on your Alakazam?
No. My Alakazam was full attack, Life Orb, D-Gleam, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball. I had...
Really? Were you Life Orb or Sash?
Life Orb.
Okay, so I didn't need to bring Scale Shot. The whole reason I played Como that way in the beginning is because I didn't want to lock myself in outrage thinking you were Sash Element. That's why I brought Scale Shot. The whole reason.
That move is what really caught me off guard. I was like, Scale Shot? What? Scale Shot of all things? Why that? Because I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything. It's just like I never saw it before. Like, I mean, I know what it does 2 to 5 times. You lower your physical defense, but you increase your speed, which is smart because I mean you're already +1, and then you get to +2, and then you get to +3, and then Outrage. How it did that, but then again also with the Life Orb.
Yes. So you know why I made that change? It was Lumberry the last time we played, and if you remember correctly, you brought Silvally Ground. I changed it to Life Orb because I wanted to get the OHKO on Silvally this time, because the reason Como didn't do work last time was because I couldn't OHKO at Silvally. This time, I made sure I would OHKO it, and I gave it Life Orb.
Yeah, and then and that was with +1 because it went from 170 to 10 that last time. That's how close you were to knocking it. And I actually went Ghost Memory on it this time, just to, because I was hoping that when you did the Drain Punch the first time on Vikavolt, I was like, can I bait a second Drain Punch and get a free switch in to Silvally? Now, would Outrage have knocked it out? Most likely, because of the Life Orb boost at +1. But it would have been, fun to, test out of anything.
So you know what I was afraid of? I was actually afraid of Silvally Fairy. I thought you would bring Silvally Fairy for certain because of the fact that you were afraid of Como doing more work like you did last time.
I mean, I wasn't so much afraid of it specifically. Like, I mean, I know that it can do work. I mean, in my Showdown league, I finished at 5-5 just on the outside, looking in the, because I'm, with all the differentials and stuff like that and whatnot. But I had Como, and they actually allow, before it was Gen 8 National Dex Legacy on Sports Showdown. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes.
And it'll, unlike the quote-unquote Major Leagues, which is the Victory Road League, which is for like the veterans, some of that I was in Seafoam Islands, which was almost like a minor league system. They allowed Clangorous Soul Blades. So I was able to get the Omni boosts with Como instead of having to use like Clangorous Soul or something like that at the cost of HP.
Yeah, that makes sense. I actually think Clangorous Soul is trash. That's the reason I allowed it. I think Clangorous Soul is hot garbage. It's such an overrated move. The 33% of HP is just so crucial for Clangorous Soul to work. I've only brought Clangorous Soul twice, and I've only used it once. So, I just don't like the move. I like Dragon Dance much better.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that entirely with what happened over there. And then I mean, I didn't see the Gengar this time around, but I think it's the same set that you had last time. Life Orb with G-Max Terror, Max Starfall, Max Ooze, Focus Blast. I mean, I think Focus Blast is a new one because I don't think you had that last time against me. But if I had to guess, you probably had it there just in case I had Tyranitar.
Yeah, I actually brought Focus Blast on Gengar this time because I was expecting you brought I was actually really expecting T-Tar this time. I thought.
Yeah, I was like, let me switch out Tyranitar because again, I wanted to bring that Drifblim this time around because if I could get the Strength Saps on the Lycanroc and then be able to lower its attack. Get it with a burn. Like my whole plan was to hopefully burn the Como-O, burn the Lycanroc, and just literally just stall out as much as I could, especially with that Drifblim. Like the Drifblim as a stall was like the ultimate key there. It was like if I could have stalled it out long enough with the Drifblim. I mean, granted, I feel like that might have upset you a little bit just because like I mean, I'm using the stall.
No, not at all.
Yeah, because it's
not at all. Like you did what you had to do to win, and it's just like it's a playoff game. You just got to do what you got to do to win. And I know, like I said before, the Alakazam freeze didn't matter as much in my eyes because I think the same result would have happened. I would have taken a hit first and then gone for body slam and blah blah blah. But the Drifblim freeze mattered so much, and I think had I not gotten the freeze, I probably would have switched to the Lycanroc the next turn instead of started setting up Sword Dance. So regardless, I guess that just made it easier for me. Like I had Lycanroc left, I had Lapras left, well, I had G-Max Gengar left, so like I could have gone to G-Max Gengar instead of something as G-Max Gengar. But like either way, I just feel the freeze sped up the process, I guess.
Yeah, because like if I pull up the damage calculator, let's just do this real quick. We'll do Gengar, G-Max. We'll just throw Uber Showdown usage on there because why not? Change Focus Sash to Life Orb and we'll Gigantamax. If I was at hypothetically +3, you would have done at most 74% with the set that you have. Modest Nate. Oh, actually, that's even Intimidation. So with Modest, 80%. That would have been the max you could run. 68 to 81, give or take roughly. And then I Strength Sap. I just continued to heal up. I mean, I don't know if I would have survived 3, but it would have.
Yeah, I don't think so because Gengar's attack is putrid.
Yeah, because I don't know how Strength Sap works. I mean, I know
so what it does. Yeah, so what it does is Strength Sap the first time, it lowers your by 1, right? It lowers your opponent's attack by 1. You heal up all the way to like whatever like the attack. And Drifblim is a lot of HP, so it probably would have healed up a little bit. But it wouldn't have impacted G-Max Terror because G-Max Terror had Shadow Ball, so it was a special attack. So what I would have done is Strength Set would have recovered less and less health as time went along because you lowered my attack more and more. So eventually, I most likely would have gotten that kill.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, like again, like I could be one of those people, with the freeze card, but it's like I know, like I think we can all agree though that. I mean, paralysis, okay, sometimes, that can happen, and it goes on, and you just, deal with it, because it's only, I think, like a quarter of the time, or something like that it does it not. I forget it. Burn, you don't really see burn that much, but if it's there, it's usually self-inflicted with the Flame Orb to get the boost. Poison, give or take, you see a poison here or there. Sleep, that's usually a VGC thing because you want to put them to sleep, and then it's either I think the way they said it, it's either you get a 1-turn sleep. If you don't get the 1 turn, it's a 3-turn or something like that. I don't know the whole just that, but freeze, I think we can all agree, the most broken status condition right now.
Freeze is broken and I do agree. It's so stupid. I think the freeze needs to be nerfed like drastically. And this is like, I am really lucky. I admit it. I am a really lucky Pokemon player, and I happen to get freezes more. And I happen to get freezes more often than I should. And I'm speaking unbiasedly towards the opponents I have frozen in the past.
I mean, dude, I literally had this. I had like I said before I started recording it. There was one league that I had where I lost on 7 HP. I found out because the opponent, as I later found out, he had a salt vest on his Unpheasant of all things. But I mean, a salt vest. You don't really expect something like that on it. You expect like super luck, scope luck. Yeah, something like that. So I lost on that, but he had his Excadrill out in the sand, which he got lucky with a critical hit also on G-Max Venusaur, but I think he said he was also Sand Force, so he probably would have knocked that. Like, I think it would have been like, a roll or something like that. But my Porygon Z came in, I use Ice Beam, I get the freeze, and he stays frozen the next turn, thankfully, and I just say, I'm blasting you to Kingdom Come, take this Hyper Beam, and shove it. And I got rid of the Excadrill, so instead of losing 4-0 in that battle, I only lost 1-0. And then in another league, it wasn't a league, it was just a miscellaneous tournament in a different server. I got a just like you with Freeze Dry, I got a freeze, and the freeze, I kid you not, lasted 14 turns. And this was a Clefairy, mind you, that had that freeze on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I can see that.
Yeah, like the Eviolite Clefairy, 14 consecutive turns of freeze. Like that. Yeah, like that just shows how broken freeze can be. I mean, again, like, but there's a part of me that understands why it's broken, because it's like you don't really know how long something will be frozen. Like, it's like you really don't know. So maybe it's a deliberate thing in a sense.
So I don't know how they would. I know they have like select fire moves and sculpt like unfreezing you, but I just think there needs to be another way. I think what needs to happen is I don't know if they do this already. I don't know what the percentage is of you unthawing, but I think it needs to stack. I think that would be a reasonable nerf. So like, okay, so on the first turn of freeze you, let's say you have a I don't know, I'm gonna pull a random number out of my hat. 20% chance to unthaw. The next turn it would be 30 or 25, just something like that, and it would just stack up.
So like what they did with Sleep, where it's like if you have it could either be a 1 turn or it could be a 3 turn in a sense, but I think the turns stack up in a sense, because I know
to set it apart from Sleep a little bit, I would have the turn like the stacking up go slower. I think that's what
Yeah, something like that, because I know Wolf said it in one of his videos because he talked about it. He was like, in Gen 5, like, so the sleep mechanic has always been, it's either a 1-turn sleep or it's a 3-turn sleep. But in I think like Gens 4, 5, and I think 6, he said, if you switch out and it wasn't a 1-turn sleep, it resets the counter, but it's still a guaranteed 3-turn sleep. So it's like,
so that was actually exclusively Gen 5. They knew it was trash. They knew it was trash, and they got rid of it. So then to Gen 6. So I assume you're talking about like rest, right? Or just sleep in general? Because in sleep you could be up to sleep for 5 turns.
I think just sleep in general. I think.
For sleep you can be 2 to 5 turns. You cannot wake up on the first turn, and then after that it just stacks up.
Yeah, I think the only way you can wake up on the first turn is the early bird ability, isn't it?
Oh, early. Right. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up real quick, and of course,
Yeah, I don't. I've never seen early bird. I don't know of any Pokemon that like runs early bird. Like that's why that ability is just so cloudy to me.
The Doduo line gets it. Kangaskhan gets it.
Kangaskhan always runs Scrappy, though.
Yeah, because of course, I mean, it's a normal type that can hit a ghost type. I mean,
Yes.
I think we all agree, like, even though Whitney was tough in Gen 2, the fact that you were able to get a Ghastly still in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and you couldn't take it. And now, granted, she did have rollout. Yes, we still can't sugar, but the fact that she was able to use Stomp because they gave it Scrappy in the remake, and it's just like I'm having the nightmares right now.
Wait, they gave it Scrappy in the remake?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that. I thought it had FitFet.
I'm almost positive here. I'm gonna pull it up.
Scrappy, if Scrappy is the hidden ability, they definitely did give it Scrappy.
No, its hidden ability is Sap Sipper.
Crazy! They did give it Scrappy. That's wild. I thought Sap Sipper was not hidden ability. I thought it was Scrappy. Whatever.
Yeah, but I mean the fact that it was because I know when I played Heart Gold the first time around, I deliberately caught a Ghastly because I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna use a Ghost type because I know like normal doesn't affect Ghost, and then it used Stomp on me. I'm like, how did it just use Stomp on me? And I'm like, and then I learn about that ability. And I'm just like, wow. And of course, that's why Whitney is arguably the strongest gym leader before the 4th gym. We'll go that far. She's easily the strongest.
Yeah.
The strongest early gym leader. In a sense, I'm like off the top of my head, I'm thinking of other. I mean, you could make the argument Maylene in Diamond and Pearl, but that's because you go to Heartholm first, but you don't go to that gym until you're 5. So you're going to Maylene and you're like 5-6 levels under level, and then that Lucario, which is fighting and steel type of all things, and the Machoke, you bring a fighting type, and then you bring a flying type, and you're dealing with Rock 2. And you're just like, what the Sam, you know what?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, but I mean, that's a fun thing about this, like, and I mean, I know, like, and I said it in the pregame as well, that this is, this is gonna be the end of IBL after this season.
Sad face.
It's sad face, yes, but look at the bright side on this one, dude. You said you've been going at this for 5 years and you've never even so much as scraped the
finals of anything.
The finals of anything. You waited 5 years. I think it's only fitting that
to go out like this.
To go out with a bang. I really feel like that, like this, because I mean, again, like your league. So I mean, like you do from a while back. I'm in so many freaking leagues.
Yep.
Your league, one of my VGC leagues, and the first league I ever did. So, in terms of playoffs, like clinching, I'm 3-2 in making it to playoffs in my first 6 cracks at drafting. So, still above 500. So that's a good one.
Yeah, and like I've always been consistent making the playoffs. I've only missed playoffs 3 times. And one of them was because it was a really weird system, and I just happened to get shafted. But I've only had a losing record in 2 leagues ever, and I've done this format for 5 years, but I've never been able to produce in playoffs. That is until today.
Have you ever thought about doing it in VGC by any chance? Have you ever thought about trying a VGC league?
I've always wanted to try VGC. I might have to just give it a shot. I know I'm like retiring, quote unquote, but I kind of just want to, like, I want to see what retirement has to offer me, of course, but at the same time, like, maybe I just need to be away for a while, but I don't know what's going on, but I just know one thing's for sure, I need to step away for a bit, and this is the last league I ever do. I'm glad I had to went to the finals here more than anything.
You go out with a bang, in a sense. Like you even said it in the server. Like this was your league. Like, this is what you created. You said this was the 7th season, so I'm assuming that means you started it in.
This is actually the 8th season. Started in Borash, yeah.
I mean, truthfully, that's something that and I'll ask this, later, but so as we all know, guys, the Vegas Golden Corviknights and Brendan, also he goes by Dark Devil 26 on YouTube. That's where you guys can find him. He will have this battle posted a week from this Sunday. So this Sunday is, or at least the previous Sunday at the time of this recording, it will have the semifinal matchups on both of our channels, and then it'll have this matchup go up on the concurrent Sunday. So this battle will be up on November 22nd.
Yep,
so,
sounds about right.
So it'll be the Vegas Golden Corviknights against either I think it's the Evolution and the Sparrows, I think.
It is Sven and Matt O'Shea, my possible opponents. So it's the Uppsala Umbreons and Montreal Milotics.
Montreal Milotics. All right. But naturally, as all teams do, if you lose to the team in the playoffs, you got it's only in the obligation that you root for them. So Brendan, pulling for you guys, especially on your way out the door, like most great players in NFL and NBA do, win the chip and then ride that horse off into the sunset.
That's my goal.
All right, thanks for joining.
Thank you so much.